here. This week I'm going to walk you guys through 3 practical steps for stubborn weight loss. So step number 1 is today. So step number 1 involves your insulin hormone. So insulin is the hormone that pumps out every time a person eats. Whether you're eating really healthy, whether you're eating a lot of junk food, you're going to get an insulin pump out or an insulin response in your body. But obviously the more junky food you eat, you're going to get more of an insulin response. But regardless, every time you eat, insulin pumps out. So in order to lose weight, especially if you're struggling with stubborn weight loss, we've got to lower that insulin hormone. So there's 2 ways to do that. So the first way is to eat low sugar foods. The more sugary foods you're eating, the more foods you're eating that turn to sugar, the more of an insulin response you're going to get. So your junk foods, your cookies, your chips, the pop, the candy, the things that you know when you're eating them you shouldn't be eating them, those are the foods that are going to create the largest insulin response. Remove those. The second way to lower your insulin response is to reduce the number of times you're eating during the day. So person A that eats 7 times during the day, or person B that eats 3 times during the day, one of them is going to get more insulin than the other. So I love an intermittent fast to lower insulin because we're not restricting your calories. We're just saying eat less often. So if you're a person that snacks every few hours during the day and you're having a tough time losing weight, cut back, right? Step 1 is to reduce your snacks, right? Step 2 is fast through breakfast. I've got a few people that are going even further and they're doing a 24-hour fast. Or every now and then they'll fast supper to supper. It just gives your body that chance where nothing's going in it and we get no insulin response. So your glucose drops and then your insulin drops and then your body eventually goes, I'm not feeding off sugar anymore. I'm not running off of sugar. I'm gonna start to burn fat for fuel. So for stubborn weight loss, the 3 things I'm gonna go through this week, number 1 is insulin. Lower your insulin hormone. So choosing foods that are not sugary or foods that don't turn to sugar in your system. And step 2 to lower insulin is some intermittent fasting, or at least going back to eating breakfast, lunch, and supper and not eating every few hours during the day. You'll get less insulin spikes or less insulin response from that. Stay tuned. Tomorrow we'll go over the next thing that you can do for stubborn weight loss.